Cara Jocelyn Delevingne, born 12 August 1992, is an English model and actress. She signed with Storm Management after leaving school in 2009. Delevingne won Model of the Year at the British Fashion Awards in 2012 and 2014. Delevingne started her acting career with a minor role in the 2012 film adaptation of Anna Karenina by Joe Wright. Her most notable roles include Margot Roth Spiegelman in the romantic mystery film Paper Towns, 2015, the Enchantress in the comic book film Suicide Squad, 2016, and Laureline in Luc Besson's Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets, 2017. Delevingne attended Francis Holland School for Girls in central London until she was 16 before moving to Bedales School in Steep, Hampshire. She has dyspraxia and found school challenging. In June 2015, in an interview with Vogue, Delevingne talked about her battle with depression when she was 15. "I was hit with a massive wave of depression and anxiety and self-hatred, where the feelings were so painful that I would slam my head against a tree to try to knock myself out." At 16, after completing her GCSEs, she moved to Bedales School in Hampshire to focus on drama and music. After 1 year, she dropped out and followed her sister Poppy into modeling. Career Delevingne had her first modeling job at age 10 in an editorial shot by Bruce Weber for Vogue Italia, alongside model Lady Eloise Anson. Delevingne was scouted by Burberry's Christopher Bailey in 2012, while working part-time in the office of a fashion website. Bailey cast her in the company's Spring-Summer 2011 campaign. Delevingne's first catwalk appearance was at the February 2011 London Fashion Week, walking for the Burberry Prorsum AW collection. Later that year, she opened and closed the Burberry Prorsum SS 2012 collection. She commenced the early 2012 season by walking in the Chanel Haute Couture Spring Show at the Grand Palais. New York Fashion Week was the first of the Big Four fashion weeks, where Delevingne walked in 9 shows for fashion houses including Jason Wu, Rag & Bone, Thacun, Donna Karan, Tory Burch, Oscar de la Renta, and Carolina Herrera. During London Fashion Week, she exclusively walked for the Burberry Prorsum Women's Wear AW 2012 show. She walked in 6 shows during the Milan Fashion Week and walked for Fendi, Trussardi, Moschino, Blue Marine, Dia²2, and Dolce & Gabbana. Paris Fashion Week was the final week of Fashion Month, in which she walked in 7 shows for Nina Ricci, Sonia Rykiel, Cacharel, Stella McCartney, Paul & Joe, Kenzo, and Chanel. This was the beginning of what would turn out to be a long-lasting professional relationship with Chanel's head designer and creative director, Karl Lagerfeld. In an interview with Ella after the show, Lagerfeld said, "Cara is different. She's full of life, full of pep. I like girls to be wild, but at the same time beautifully brought up and very funny." She signed with Storm Management in 2009. She worked in the industry for a year before booking a paying job and went through 2 seasons of castings before landing her first runway show. The International Fashion Month began again in September 2012 to showcase spring-summer collections for 2013. During New York Fashion Week, she walked for designers including Marc Jacobs, Oscar de la Renta, and Marchesa. She walked exclusively for Burberry in London. She followed this appearance by walking in shows for Sass & Bide, Issa, Preen, Topshop, Mary Katrantzou, Giles, and Matthew Williamson. For Milan Fashion Week, she walked for Moschino, Emilio Pucci, Ermanno Cervino, Ports 1961, Anteprima, Iceberg, Gabriele Colangelo, Anthony Vaccarello, and Just Cavalli. For Paris Fashion Week, she walked for designers such as Cacharel, Louis Vuitton, and Costume National. Over this season, she had walked in over 50 shows. Delevingne then went on to appear in the Victoria's Secret fashion show on 7 November 2012. She featured in the Pink is US section and walked during Justin Bieber's performance of Beauty and a Beat. The show aired on 4th of December 2012. She took part in the Chanel pre-fall 2013 show in Scotland with the runway around the courtyard of Linlithgow Palace. The collection, designed by Karl Lagerfeld, was called Paris Edinburgh and inspired by Scottish style using tartan fabrics. The show renewed media interest in the possibility of restoring the roof of the palace. Delevingne walked in the Chanel Haute Couture Spring Show and followed this up with an appearance in the Valentino Haute Couture Show before flying to New York to take part in New York Fashion Week, the first fashion week of the year. Her first appearance in New York was for Jason Wu. She subsequently walked for Rag & Bone, Tommy Hilfiger, Diane von Furstenberg, Mark by Marc Jacobs, Rodart, Derek Lam, DKNY, Carolina Herrera, Tory Burch, Jeremy Scott, Oscar de la Renta, Michael Kors, Anna Sui, and finally, Marc Jacobs' rearranged show due to a delay in transportation of goods for the show due to the February 2013 nor'easter. During London Fashion Week, she walked for sister by sibling, Issa, Topshop, Mulberry, Matthew Williamson, Peter Pilotto, Burberry, and Giles. After this, Delevingne walked in another 7 shows at the Milan Fashion Week for Fendi, Ports 1961, DS2, Etro, Versace, Iceberg, and Pucci. In Paris, Delevingne walked in 11 shows for Katie Grand's collaboration with Todd's Hogan brand, H&M, Lanvin, Vanessa Bruno, Jean-Paul Gaultier, John Galliano, Stella McCartney, Yves Saint Laurent, Chanel, Akan, and Louis Vuitton. Delevingne's association with Katie Grand's collection went further than a catwalk show appearance as Delevingne sung I Want Candy in the mini-film called Gang, which is the title of the Katie Grand Loves Hogan 2013 collection and the name of the large format magazine created to celebrate the collaboration. In between the 2 international catwalk seasons, Delevingne was featured in Chanel's cruise show, which took place in Singapore. It was the first time Chanel had held this event in Asia and was held at the Lowen Cluster at Dempsey Hill, a British Army barracks turned Singapore Armed Forces manpower base. The International Fashion Weeks began again in September 2013 to showcase spring-summer collections for 2014, in which Delevingne appeared. In London, she walked in 5 shows. She opened for Mulberry and closed for Burberry and Topshop, as well as walking Peter Pilotto and Giles. In Milan, Delevingne only walked for Fendi. She walked in just 3 shows in Paris for Stella McCartney, Chanel, and Valentino. She rounded off the year by again appearing in the Victoria's Secret fashion show. Other ventures: in October 2017, Delevingne made her debut as a novelist of young adult fiction with her book Mirror, which contains an LGBT theme, co-written with British writer Rowan Coleman. Delevingne sings and plays the drums and guitar. Over 2011 and 2012, Delevingne wrote and recorded 2 albums of music under artist manager Simon Fuller and was subsequently offered a record deal. However, she turned the deal down due to the fact that her name would be changed. In 2013, she recorded an acoustic duet cover version of Son and Tans with British soul and jazz singer-songwriter Will Hurd. She covered The Strangeloves' I Want Candy in the mini-film called Gang, which was the title of the 2013 AW Katie Grand Loves Hogan collection and the name of the large format magazine created to celebrate the collaboration. In 2020, Delevingne, together with her older sisters Chloe and Poppy, launched Delevite, a line of vegan Prosecco. In December 2022, Delevingne featured in her series Planet Sex for BBC 3, shown over 6 episodes, exploring sexuality including her own in various worldwide locations. From 11 March 2024, Delevingne will make her stage debut taking over as Sally Bowles in the West End musical cabaret at the Kit Kat Club, Playhouse Theatre, opposite Luke Treadaway as the MC for 12 weeks. Fashion Delevingne teamed up with Pharrell Williams to make the song CC the World, which was used for the short Chanel film Reincarnation, in which both Pharrell and Delevingne star. This was released to the public on the 1st of December 2014. The duo performed the song before a live audience for the Chanel show at the Park Avenue Armory in New York City in March 2015. On the 28th of July 2017, Delevingne released the music video for her song I Feel Everything from Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. Delevingne's background vocals are featured on the song Pills from the 2017 studio album Massduction by American musician St. Vincent, whom Delevingne previously dated from 2014 to 2016. Her backing vocals are featured on the title track of Fiona Apple's 2020 album, Fetch the Bolt Cutters. Delevingne has designed 2 fashion collections for DKNY and Mulberry. Her DKNY capsule collection featured a variety of sporty street-style items ranging from beanie hats to leather jackets. DKNY described the collection as mostly unisex. The collection took approximately 2 years from the first announcement to when it was released on the 15th of October 2014. Delevingne has also designed 4 collections for Mulberry featuring rucksacks and handbags. The collection also consisted of purses, iPad sleeves, phone covers, zipped pouches, and passport holders. The 4th and latest collection was released the 3rd of June 2015. Personal life Delevingne openly identifies as bisexual and pansexual. In June 2015, she confirmed that she was in a relationship with American musician St. Vincent. They separated in September 2016. In May 2018, Delevingne came out as gender fluid. She uses she/her pronouns. In June 2019, she confirmed that she was in a relationship with actress and model Ashley Benson. In April 2020, the couple split after 2 years of dating. Delevingne has been dating musician Leah Mason, also known as Minka, since 2022. Delevingne is a self-described animal lover. Following the killing of Cecil the lion in 2015, she auctioned off her personal Tag Heuer watch in aid of wildlife conservation, raising £18,600 for Wildtiere. She founded Eco Resolution, an environmental justice platform with Advocacy, and has given speeches about climate change and supported stronger environmental regulation. She supports making ecocide a crime at the International Criminal Court, stating, "Mass damage and destruction of nature is called ecocide, and it should be an international crime, just like genocide." In 2021, Delevingne joined the Rewriting Extinction campaign to fight the climate and biodiversity crisis through comics. She co-created at least one short story comic, which was released in the book The Most Important Comic Book on Earth, Stories to Save the World, on the 28th of October 2021 by DK. She said about the campaign, "Through storytelling, community building, and action, we rewrite the cultural narratives driving extinction." At the Women in the World Summit in October 2015, Delevingne spoke about her battle with depression, which began at age 15 when she discovered her mother's drug addiction. The following year, she left school for 6 months and agreed to go on medication, which she said may have saved her life. In 2017, on This Morning, she revealed that she also has ADHD. In October 2017, Delevingne alleged that circa 2016, producer Harvey Weinstein sexually harassed her, attempted to kiss her without consent, and propositioned her for a threesome in a hotel room in exchange for a role. Despite declining, she was still cast in the film, but says she regretted it because his actions terrified her. The Weinstein Company produced the 2017 film Tulip Fever, which starred Delevingne. She also alleges that circa 2014, he told her she would never work as an actress in Hollywood because of her sexuality. In a 2023 interview, she said she had become sober for the previous few months, and that during recovery she followed a 12-step program. Delevingne has several tattoos. Her first tattoo was a lion on her finger, representing her zodiac sign of Leo. She has a tattoo of her lucky number, the Roman numeral 39, on her side under her right arm, and "Made in England" on the sole of her left foot. She has said that her most important tattoo is the elephant on her right arm, in memory of her late grandmother. Her initials CJD are on her hand. She has a diamond on her ear and a Southern Cross around her ear, a white dove on her finger, silence on her wrist, a sakyant on her back, a snake on her hand, a pair of eyes on her neck, family coat of arms on her ribcage. her mother's name on her biceps muscle. Breathe deep on her other biceps. Bacon under her foot, a DD monogram on her hip, symbolizing her friendship with fellow model Jordan Dunn. A wasp on her finger, don't worry, be happy on her sternum, a heart on her finger, and a smiley face on her toe,